Welcome to Dance Moms Junkies. I'm Kenzie.
And I'm Peyton.
And we're Dance Moms Junkies.
Well, maybe just a little.
Get up, get on the floor. My world is with my girls, living on the dance floor.
Welcome back, Dance Moms Junkies. I'm Kenzie.
And I'm Peyton.
And we're sisters who used to be competitive dancers that have been Dance Moms Junkies since the very beginning. This is Season 1, Episode 3, Cheerleader Blues.
I feel like this episode is going to really resonate with you.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because you also did cheerleading.
I did do cheerleading.
And I tried out once and didn't make the team, so... and I cried about it, and it was a whole thing, and it's fine.
You just weren't full of spirit.
No, I was not.
All right, lights up. Here we go. Episode 3 of Season 1. Let's do this. Vivi, she's in street clothes for Pyramid today. And Kathy doesn't give a fuck.
When
Abby's
does
mad.
Kathy ever give a fuck?
Yeah. Abby's mad that Vivi's in street clothes. We're reminded that Christy and Holly hated the costumes from last week and freaked out.
That cannot happen again.
Mom's going behind my back. They have to trust me.
We all know why we lost last week. It was those hideous, trashy costumes. But Abby's never going to take the blame. She's going to blame us dance moms.
And I have to agree. I think that it was just a little too much. Like we talked about in last episode.
Yep.
The whole package of it was just too much for their age. So we hear that this competition, they're going to go to New Jersey. And they're doing acro.
I don't like acro.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of acro. I think it's cool-ish.
I think I don't like it because I can't do it.
Right. Yes. There's that. Yeah.
Acrobatics is an art form. It uses the flexibility of the legs and the back to execute slow, controlled movement.
Yeah, see, when I use my legs and my back, it's not slow or controlled.
No.
It's just like a flop and a plop.
She's not wrong, guys. She's not wrong. So there's that.
Maddie is at the top of the pyramid for her performance and her scoring and her overall behavior last weekend. However, I chose to do an acrobatic routine this weekend, so I need to pull in my ringer and use Brooke because she's amazing.
I think this is one of the only times that Abby actually gives Brooke a compliment.
Yeah,
and
sure.
seems to mean it.
Yes.
Which is really sad because they're on this show for 4 years, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, that's the only time I ever really remember her giving Brooke any sort of compliment, like, full on. Just flat out saying, she's good at this, she's amazing.
Well, I think every time Abby talks about acro, she always talks about how Brooke is the best on the team, and that's pretty much the only thing she says she's good at.
Yeah, which is sad, because she's good at a lot more than that.
Brooke, I expect you to help the younger students, and I expect you to know the choreography first and be able to help everybody else.
I get that because she's the oldest by a good couple of years, but also at the same time, it's like she doesn't have the personality to be a leader.
Right, she's just like there to like hang out and
Get
do
the
some
jacket.
dance and have a good time.
Yeah, even though at this point she clearly is not having a good time because she hates it. And we see that later in this episode.
Oh, absolutely.
I am shocked where Brooke's placed. Both of my girls are pretty good at acro, so why wasn't Brooke on the top?
Because the pyramid has to do with what they did last week.
Right.
We learned that day 1 of this season that the pyramid is based on their performance and behavior from the last week. So why the hell does it matter if Brooke is good at acro? They didn't do the acro last week.
But maybe they did.
Ding dong, what?
So I just want to like point out Vivi's headshot. A red cowboy hat. Let's just imagine it with the eyes.
Yes.
Okay. She has the longest fake eyelashes on.
They're a choice. Let me just say that. They're a choice.
And a yellow top on.
Well, did you notice that that's the costume she came in and auditioned with?
Yes, I absolutely
It's
did.
the same outfit. I guess it's her, like, one and only outfit.
I kind of just really like Vivi in the Bumblebee costume.
Same, but we haven't gotten there yet. I do love the Bumblebee costume. So I get really sad when Holly says,
Abby says she assigns based on last week's performance. But to be honest, I think the pyramid's really not going to change at all. I think Maddie will be at the top, and Nia will always be at the bottom of the pyramid.
Same girl, but just you wait. Just you wait.
I know, I want to be like, she's going to get there and it's going to be awesome. I do love, though, that since Vivi is new and doesn't know the terminology, Abby's going to work with her privately. I think that's amazing. She does need one-on-one time, especially if she's expected to know all this terminology that Kathy doesn't teach at her studio at that age. Not that she doesn't teach that terminology ever. It just seems like the terminology is not a huge focus for when they're little.
Right.
And then she starts implementing it later on, which is fine. But Vivi's going to get to do a solo, which is great.
Yippee!
And then we get the cringiest thing that Kathy says, I think, this episode.
This is the greatest thing because I want Vivi to do the competition, the title winning. I want Vivi to be me. I want her to dance and be just like I was.
All I heard was I. Never in that entire sentence do we ever consider the fact that Vivi might not want that. There's not a damn thought about maybe what Vivi wants. We're just thinking about what frickin' Kathy wants.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's sad.
I have beef with this. Vivi shows up to Pyramid in her street clothes.
That camo skirt, though.
I know. It's cute. It's a look. It's a moment. It's a choice. I like it better than whatever that monstrosity is that Kathy's wearing.
That looks like something our mother would have worn.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure, actually, she had that.
Except she would have done a belt.
It was black and white polka dots.
Yes, absolutely. But what I have an issue with is Vivi has 2 hours, over 2 hours, in a car driving from Canton to Pittsburgh. Do you know how much I could have gotten done in 2 hours in a car? I would have done my homework, I would have eaten, I would have taken a nap, changed clothes, solved world peace, and learned how to frickin' crochet all in that time. Boo-boo. Where are your dance clothes? Man, if you have not learned at this point in your life the art of changing in a back seat of a car without showing anything on a highway, what are you doing with your life?
Obviously, she didn't grow up with Debbie.
Correct. She did not go to the Debbie School of Hard Knocks, which requires you to be able to do all of those things.
At the same time.
Many of them were going from wet swimsuits to leotards. Just think about that, friends. If you go from wet swimsuits to leotards, all while sitting in the back of a car. We were able to do that. Vivi, you can make it happen in 2 hours.
Who are those strangers in the corner?
But that's what I'm saying. Have you ever noticed them before?
No.
Okay. Well,
I probably did. I just didn't,
Yeah, there's 4 different girls while the girls are all in a studio learning this acro that we don't know who they are and why they're there.
Who are you? Why were you there? I need all the details.
Acrobatic routines take a lot longer to perfect. You have to build up the stamina.
I mean, I would say that for any type of dance.
Just like living in general.
I know.
I mean, do you know how hard it is to get out of bed every day?
Bitch, who you think you're talking to? Yes, ma'am, I do.
Ooh.
I understand what she's saying, that a lot of these tricks they have to hold for a long time or use their back for a long time to do a certain thing. But I don't want people to think that, like, the rest of dance is super easy. No, you have to build up stamina no matter what type of dance you do. This is just different. And these girls might not have all of that immediately because they might not be doing these certain acro tricks immediately, you know?
Mm-hmm. I need to know what it's going to take to get my daughter moved up on this pyramid. Why is Maddie the top?
Kiss Abby's ass.
But also, it has nothing to do with the acro dance, boo. Like we have said, it has to do with last week's situation.
Would you like to know why Maddie's on top?
Because she is her favorite, and Melissa
Kisses her ass.
and wipes her butt, I'm sure. Please don't sue us. She probably doesn't actually wipe her butt at this moment, but it is what it is.
She actually pyramids the kids and puts them in.
Yes.
Okay, so Vivi was sucking hind. And I didn't expect her to be on top.
I just think that's so funny of what she said. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was funny.
Because it's Kathy.
She's a hot mess.
I think there are lots of ways you can give out assignments where you do not have to put people in pyramids.
Pyramid them,
I
absolutely.
mean, this is not the Egyptian era.
I agree, but also if you didn't do the pyramid, like where would the drama be? Right. We know that it's purposely done. I mean, I don't know what the benefit actually is for any of the kids. I mean, I guess maybe motivating them to do harder, but like even then, all of their hard work a lot of the times was for nothing because Abby just continued to put whoever, it was kind of arbitrary.
Just being the new person coming in, then why do you guys put up with this?
She's the best choreographer.
Ma'am, what?
Lord have
Ma'am,
mercy.
what? Have you ever seen another dance from another choreographer, ma'am?
Okay, but like we're gonna like get into the seasons and you're gonna see some of these better choreographers.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like super harsh and hateful about it, but I have to agree that as we go on, we see that Abby does recycle choreography. Like there are sections of choreography that are pulled straight from other dances. I think part of that is because she's having to create new dances every week.
Yes.
So I think that has to stifle her creativity because she's a machine at this point, just churning out dances. But then after a while, they all start to look the same. I don't understand what Melissa's thinking.
Well, I guess maybe at this point in time, she does think that Abby's the best choreographer because we're only in season 1, people.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's only episode 3.
Yeah.
So she could just be naive in this moment.
Yeah, we can hope for that.
She just basically says she doesn't want to hear anything from anybody else, otherwise she's pulling from the dance.
Which lasts for like 5 minutes and it happens occasionally, only when it's somebody she doesn't like.
That's what really Abby doesn't understand because she is missing the mother gene. She's not.
And you know, I used to hear that all the time. Being on the other side of the fence and being the dance teacher, I know that, you know, you guys are the dance moms, but at my dance studio, what I get sick and tired of people doing is trying to second guess me. But the dance teacher does have to have a plan, and sometimes she can't convey it to you. She just can't do it at a drop of a hat.
At that point, we have offended Kathy's sensibilities. She does sympathize with Abby because she's an older mom, so she heard for a lot of years that she doesn't have a mother gene. So she is sticking up for her. I think that's valid, somewhat, because sometimes moms are a little pushy and they want to know more than maybe they should at certain parts.
Sometimes moms are pushing.
True.
Sometimes.
Most times they are. But I think there's having a plan, and then there's having rules and a certain system in place until things don't work out the way that you want them to work out, and so you just start doing things willy-nilly and making things go the way you wanted them to go. And we see that a lot because when Maddie doesn't win or when something doesn't go a certain way, she'll change the rules of the game.
Yes.
And that, I think, is what they're saying is the hard part for them to deal with.
Oh, Kathy. I don't know if Kathy's going to make it in our group. Okay, if you want to be a dance teacher, then keep her at your dance studio and train her yourself. If you want to bring her to somebody else, then you sit upstairs like the rest of the mothers.
Whoa, are you telling the future or what?
I know, but this is again where I have a problem. Yes, I agree. If you are going to bring her to somebody else, then you need to put your dance teacher hat away. I think at this point, Kathy is just explaining to the moms her point of view and trying to help them see maybe Abby's point of view too. I don't think she's dictating how they should think. I think she's just trying to give them a different perspective. And of course, Christy doesn't respond well to that in the moment.
Right.
But, I mean, obviously Kathy is a dance teacher. She understands what that experience is like. And so, of course, that's going to shape the way that she thinks about things. Also, can we talk about how atrocious Melissa's shirt is? It's like a snakeskin ruched top. What is
what
it?
are with the ruched tops?
I don't know. They're like faux velvet looking. Like, it looks so uncomfortable.
Why are they in style? Why does she keep wearing them? These are the questions I need answers to.
Melissa, please write in. Please let us know. And now Melissa appears with cake.
A cake for Kathy.
And it's the cake that Abby puts her finger in the first episode. So
Yes!
we all know that this is all shot however they want to. So, but we do have a baby Clara sighting. And
she's so precious.
she's so precious. And she's in little baby ballet shoes.
She's just trying to eat that cake and go do some ballet.
She's so cute.
I knew it was Kathy's birthday, so I wanted to do something special for her.
It's really hard to trust people at the studio, so I think bonding with Kathy is very important.
She seems like a very sweet person and very genuine person, and that's how I am.
Okay.
Genuine liar? Like,
I don't know.
genuine. No, Melissa, you are the antithesis of genuine. You play
What
everyone.
does antithesis mean?
The opposite
Why did you use that word? Why
Because
couldn't
I'm a
you
smart person.
Why couldn't you just use the word opposite? Why is that hard?